everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hello if you're new here. For today's video, I want to share with you guys something that is by no means new, but definitely new to me, and that is the pocket notebook I have here. I have been using this consistently for 12 or 13 days now, so almost 2 weeks, and I'm loving it. So I thought I would come on my channel and make a short video on it because I want to share with you guys why I'm using it first of all, as well as how I'm using it and kind of just what surprised me about it, because you guys know I have other planners and journals that I'm currently using. So why did I make the shift into using this pocket notebook, and why is it working so seamlessly, I guess, because I just jumped right into it, and yeah, I haven't left it since. So if you're interested in hearing my thoughts on it, please keep watching. Thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna just jump right in and just say that I've been using this pocket notebook. It is a Moleskine in collaboration with Starbucks here. On the inside, it is just grid paper like this, so it's quite simple. And yeah, like I said in my intro, I've been using this for almost 2 weeks now. And you know, I have heard about pocket notebooks before. Some of the YouTube channels that I follow use pocket notebooks, but I have been using a traveler's notebook in the passport size, which is very similar to this pocket notebook, but it's a slightly smaller, so maybe I think it cuts off around here. But anyways, I've used like a passport size notebook, and I've heard of pocket notebooks, but there hasn't been a real need for me to kind of go into pocket notebooks per se. Like for my planner and journal, I have my Hobonichi weeks, and then my kind of side interests, I have my traveler's notebook as well. So I haven't found really a need to kind of test out, I guess, like a new brand, a new style, and yeah, so knowing that, you know, I'm very surprised that I'm in this pocket notebook, but it all kind of came about because YouTube actually recommended me several field notes videos, like themed videos, and people who use them, and I don't know, I felt like I really fell down the rabbit hole when, you know, I was seeing people use the Field Notes brand pocket notebooks in particular, and just kind of how they use it for every day. And I think what really caught my interest was several videos on the theme of how pocket notebooks, and not Field Notes specifically, but how pocket notebooks in general can help one stop scrolling on their phone. And for me, that really like spoke to me because I like when I wake up, I check my phone the first thing in the morning, but I've been noticing for, you know, I don't know how long now that, what like starts as like just checking the time, like takes like half a second to do, you know, somehow turns into like 30 minutes or an hour in bed, and I'm still in bed scrolling, and I absolutely hate that. And you know, there are several videos on YouTube that I watched on this topic, and I kind of was like thinking like this could be something that I could do, and for the purpose of just trying this out, basically, I used this pocket notebook, and because I had it lying around already, so you know, I'm just kind of using what I have and kind of not letting it go to waste. So I had one of these Moleskine pocket notebooks lying around, so I decided to just move in immediately after watching those videos. And I have been extremely motivated to kind of develop this habit, or kind of break, I guess, a bad habit with replacing it with kind of a new positive habit. And so what I do every morning is that I wake up, and the first thing I do is write in this pocket notebook. Sometimes it's like extremely short, like sometimes I've even fallen asleep writing in this like pocket notebook, but I usually just say like, you know, good morning, hello pocket notebook, or something like that, you know, I'm doing this the first thing in the morning, I haven't checked my phone, or, you know, I write something positive because this pocket notebook is in direct relation to like not wanting to be on my phone. So I kind of like motivate myself with the first few sentences in this pocket notebook, like when I start my day. You know, sometimes I write short things, and sometimes I kind of, I don't know, for some reason it kind of like unlocks or kind of stimulates like me wanting to write more about my day. So some entries in here are quite long. And most recently I wrote about like my YouTube channel. So just kind of like my thoughts on it, and I'm really, really enjoying it. And Sorry, there's a motorcycle. But anyways, yeah, I'm really enjoying it, and I think I really get like kind of like a positive feedback because I one do something that I set out to do immediately. Like the very first thing when I like open my eyes, I've already accomplished it when I start writing in my pocket notebook, and then I've already like stopped, or not like not stopped, but like I've already not checked my phone and kind of scroll. Like I can scroll after, technically after I write in my pocket notebook, but there are some days where I like want to stay in bed, but then I think this kind of pocket notebook really stimulates me to wake up, kind of set out my day, and you know I can scroll for several hours, but sometimes I like write what I want to do in here, and the last thing I want to do is stay in bed for another hour. So it's really had a positive impact on my life, and yeah, I'm just really really loving it. I, for the most part, keep it very, very plain. Here's one page. Maybe I don't want to like it to be super legible, but I basically wake up and I write my to-do list sometimes. Sometimes, yeah, I just write like I wake up, like good morning, and then sometimes I just write like notes and things like that. So like for me, this is like as simple as it gets. I am trying to develop this habit with the least amount of obstacles. So like I said, like I just picked this notebook and you know using pen in this notebook, and it's just really really simple. And I think honestly, like I could be doing what I'm doing in here in like my Hobonichi weeks, for example, but I don't know, because I think I watch so many videos, especially on field notes. Like on one hand, I really like that it is like very small. Like this is how big it is, and I like the kind of idea that it can change as well. Like because there's not so many pages in here, like a part of me wants to like finish this and move on to the next pocket notebook if I get one. And yeah, I kind of like that. It's just not like a temporary thing, but maybe it's something to like look forward to, because especially for my Hobonichi like weeks in particular, like I'm using that for 365 days. I'm not gonna change it. And I don't know, this kind of like changes it up a little bit, or kind of like spices it up a little bit. And I don't have any other pocket notebooks to switch into, but you know I'm already kind of looking online for other pocket notebooks after this one. And yeah, I kind of really like that element of it. And another big thing for me is that like compared to what I already have in my planner and journal lineup, I realized I don't have a space where I can just write like anything. I mean, of course I can write anything in the notes pages, but like for specifically my journal, like I want it to be like kind of what the Hobonichi brand is like a life book, and I want it to kind of capture like my everyday life. So like what I did today, that day, what I ate, you know, if I, you know, bought something, I'll like put a little like sample of it or like wrapper in it, and I don't know, just kind of like an archival kind of collage scrapbook journal basically. And then my planner is very functional. It's very not minimal per se, but it's very like I want to utilize it as a tool. I need it for meetings, I need it for planning, and I don't really have a space where I can just write what I want for this very moment. And then I even wrote like the motto for field notes. I don't know if you guys know it, but I wrote it in the very first page here, and it says, I'm not writing it down to remember it later, I'm writing it down to remember it now. And that like really spoke to me, because I really am writing what I am writing in this thing for the now. Like this is something that maybe I won't reread or flip through in the future, but maybe I'll archive it. But like I like to reread like my Hobonichi Weeks journals, you know, when I archive them or when I want to like reminisce per se. But I really need something that is for me now. Like I want to write it and then kind of get it out of my system basically. You know, that could be ideas that I don't want to forget. Yeah, like to-do lists or something that just kind of like, oh, gotta remember to do that. So I'll write it down and make a little star by it. Or I want to maybe write like kind of long form about a topic that isn't really like planner related, like it's not maybe have to do with school or work or anything like that, but like I want to just write about it. Like I mentioned before, like my YouTube channel, like again, I could write a journal entry about it, but you know, I also want to write about my day and things like that. So I don't know, just kind of navigating that. This kind of pocket notebook really kind of like slid in really nicely. Like it really fits in this, like something I didn't know I needed, but now that I have it, I really see the benefit of it. And again, it's really like its main like motivation for using this is to kind of break the habit of scrolling on my phone, but it has other like side benefits as well, and I'm really enjoying this. And like I said in the intro, like I am very surprised how seamless this pocket notebook has entered into my journal and planner lineup. You know, if you asked me a little bit over 2 weeks ago, would I be making a video on a pocket notebook? I'd be like, no, why? Why would I do that? Like, I don't even have one. And then I have found one lying around, and after watching those videos, so, you know, like, I am so surprised how seamless it is. I like, again, I try to remove all barriers to start it and just pen, paper, carry it around with me. I actually don't carry this in my pocket. You know, it is a pocket notebook, and you know, I really like to see like the wear and tear and the charm that gets like on a notebook after you use it very like consistently. But I definitely don't put this in my pocket. My pockets aren't big enough for this notebook. I don't know if you can see how big it is. This is my hand. You know, it's not big, but it's definitely not my pocket worthy, and I wear a lot of skirts and stuff like that. Anyways, I digress. But yeah, I don't carry it around, but I definitely don't baby this notebook as much as I do my Hobonichi, like my Hobonichi weeks in particular. Like this one I want to see some wear and tear, but it's in really good condition. It's holding up really well. It kind of has this kind of harder, thicker cardstock like cover, but it's like, I don't know, craft paper. I'm not entirely sure. I don't really know I really don't know too much about like the Moleskine pocket notebooks. But yeah, and how I got this pocket notebook, I got it for free because my partner actually, I don't know if he intentionally or not, entered to win like a freebie, because he uses the Starbucks app to order drinks for us, and sometimes they have like promotional things where you can, if you just use the app, you can enter to win something. And then all of a sudden one day in the mail he got like a 2-pack of these Moleskine. So he has one and I have the other, and he gave it to me, and I'm like, great, thank you. And then I put it away because again, I don't have any use for it. At the time I didn't. I think this maybe I've had this for over a year or so, I'm not entirely sure, but it's just lying around. And you know, when I looked up field notes, because actually I have yet to find a retailer in Osaka, where I live in Japan, that sells like field notes like in the store. Amazon Japan has field notes, but they only have like the craft, like the brown craft covers, and I really want one of the kind of more decorative covers. If you're very familiar with my channel, you know I kind of like, for my Hobonichi weeks particularly, I like a decorative like artist series cover, and I'm following field notes like on YouTube and Instagram and things like that, and I'm so excited. But yeah, I've yet to find someplace that sells it that I can go and purchase it. So that's a little bit disappointing, but I'm not even close to being done with this Moleskine. And there's nothing wrong with Moleskine. I guess I've been really enthusiastic, I guess, towards Field Notes brand, that I want to move into one after this. But yeah, hopefully, if I see it in a store, I'll definitely pick one up. But I'm hoping that it'd be one of the more like artist themed covers. But yeah, anyways, I'm still on the lookout for that, but again, plenty of time to before I'm not even halfway through this. But yeah, that's all I guess I want to say on this pocket notebook. Again, I'm really enjoying it, and kind of stumbled upon it. I'm surprised how well like it's going for me. So yeah, that's all I guess I want to say. So I thank you guys for listening if you made it this far. I hope you guys are all doing well, and bye!